In this episode, we're going to be talking about the 1111 portal and what that's actually going to be looking like moving into the future. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hi and welcome to Oak Lore Duir. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claire Attio. For those that are returning subscribers, thank you. Truly appreciate your support. So the 1111 portal, on a personal level for all of us, the 1111 portal is the ascension portal. It's actually bringing in light plasma and light codes so that we can level up again. We can actually look at different aspects within our psyches and within ourselves and look at where our powerhouse, where our gifts, our powerhouse of gifts, I should actually say. And I'm going to be doing a video on that because a lot of people worry about their purpose and their mission. Your purpose is to become your true, authentic self and to enjoy life. When you're loving life, that's when you bring in so much light and you anchor that on the planet. That is the key purpose. And that's for people that are already on the spiritual journey and for those that will be coming into the awakening process of this 1111. As you know, if you follow me back in August with the 88 portal, the Lionsgate, I actually said we are coming into a time of the second great awakening. And I'm not the only one saying this. Many people are actually saying this. We've kind of known this from the astrology. We've known this from measuring the energies that are coming in. We've known this from those that channel extraterrestrials, and it's being talked about, and we're being prepped, we're being given the information we need so we can actually get ourselves in a space and a place so we can actually hold space for other people as this happens. And there is 2011, 2012 was a great awakening, and many of us that kind of awakened at that time have been doing the work that is actually needed so that this time there is a greater number of us that are able to hold space for this second great awakening. And we've learned a lot on that road. We've learned a lot over the years. We've learned about how to navigate the energies, how to navigate the messaging. I know in the time that I've been doing my spiritual work, the information that was coming through and the way it was coming through, you really had to kind of sit there sometimes for months to kind of understand what was being asked of you. And yet now it just kind of boom down in, and there's two things going on there. One, we have built up our spiritual connection muscles, as it were, the antikrana bridge, and the more fibers that get laid on that bridge, the stronger it becomes and the more weight in the messages that can be passed down. The other thing is obviously the planet has transitioned to fifth dimensional, to the 5D, and so we can, there's not such a gap anymore between Earth and the celestial planes. And so it's easier to access them. And this is why there are so many more people that are able to channel. There are so many more people that are clairvoyant, clairaudient, I'm trying to think of them all now. What was it? I mean, there's so many different aspects where we have these extra sensory aspects of ourselves that we're actually, because we're doing the personal development and clearing out the clutter, clearing out the dead programs. It's like clearing your computer, taking off all those programs that you no longer use, taking out all those programs that are out of date. And then the speed of your computer just increases exponentially. And that is basically what is happening within our physical bodies. The other aspect is because of quantum science, quantum physics, we are now able to bring science. There's a greater merge between science and spirituality that was seriously lacking previously, but now that is being applied. And so many more people that were like, nah, not doing that, that's science fiction. It's that's science fiction. Sorry, no. I'll get my words in a minute. I'm not doing that because it's not science based, because we have all been programmed to have proof. We've from the industrial age onwards, it's like, where's the proof, and yet most of our culture is based in trust, and we kind of pulled away from that trust, and we went into needing scientific proof. Now, with what's the science that is actually being done within quantum physics, the science is there, the proof is there. It's applying the principles to the science, to the spiritual aspects of our lives, understanding our energetic body. When I was nursing, there was no talk about the energetic body. When we did the physiology and anatomy, there was no comprehension of the physical body. And yet those of us that were intuitive would also bring that aspect in. And I know many a nurse and many a doctor that will actually listen to their intuition first, and then they will apply the science. There is something wrong here. I can feel there is something wrong here. I can energetically see there is something wrong here. And so they do tests, and other doctors will be looking at them and go, well, why are you doing that test? Why? Yeah, it's just a feeling I have. And when you start actually listening, and so it is coming in a very big way. It has merged and become mainstream in a much bigger way than when I first started. And this 1111 portal, yes, it's bringing in ascension energies for those of us that are already on the awakening journey. There is going to be work, we're going to be upgraded. There's going to be work to attain that upgrade, but you will know what that is. You will get the nudges, you will get the call from spirit, you will have the synchronicities come into your life. Over the coming months following the 11th of November, we will have a surge of people starting their awakening process. And so those of us that have been on the journey, those of us that have a lot of knowledge or a little bit of knowledge, will be called upon to hold space, will be called upon to give a person or a group of people a little bit of insight as to what's going on for them. Because I want you to just take a moment, and I want you to go back to when you first started awakening, when you first started seeing synchronistic numbers all over the place, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? And things were happening in your life, and things that you thought were stable started to crash and fall down. You were having those tower moments. Rugs were pulled out from under your feet because the divine was trying to get you onto your pathway. It can be scary. It's certainly disconcerting. And I just want you to take a moment to remember what that felt like. And for many of us, we didn't have anybody there to hold space for us. And this is a gift we can actually give to humanity. We can remember what that felt like. We can remember the confusion. We can remember the fear that came up in a lot of us, because there were those witch wounds. And those witch wounds are still going to be in those people that are going to be opening up now. Remember that. Remember what it felt like, and hold space. Don't force yourself upon anybody, but be mindful. Actively listen to conversations that you're in. Because also you will remember that you used to try and slip little tidbits of what was going on into your life that was extraordinary and you really didn't understand, you would slip them in to see if anybody else could pick up on it, if there was anybody else that was going through it, if there was anybody else who understood it and could possibly help you. Now, for many of us, there wasn't. It kind of went whoot and fell on deaf ears until we actually did a lot of the work ourselves and raised our vibrations. And this is the beauty, is if you actively listen to conversations with people, step forward. Don't be pushy, but just step forward and go, oh yeah, I can remember that. Yeah, that's this. Give them, be guided by the divine as to what to say. Divine knows where they're at. Divine knows their belief systems. Divine knows what still needs healing within them. So allow what physically leaves your throat chakra, allow that to be a direct channel from the divine. Don't take it to the head and think, oh, how do I say this? How do I explain to them? What do I do? Or do I need to phone them, and do I need to just listen to the guidance that you're getting and follow through on it? Listen to the words that you're given and actively speak them. The other aspect of this is also, and it goes back to another episode that I did on Tuesday that I'm recording the same day, is but also be mindful of who you're actually letting into your energetic space. These people that are awakening, they are still going to be on a lower vibration because they haven't done the work on their dark psyche that you have, and so their vibration is going to be lower. So you need to have the discernment and set the boundaries that you don't actually invite them into your energetic space, but you can hold space for them, you can assist them, you can help them and give them pointers and let them know that they're not going crazy, and let them know that they're not alone, and let them know what's actually occurring within them and some of the steps that they can actually do and take to help themselves. This is going to increase. We're not going to see so much of it before in this year, or even though these energies are coming through, you're going to need a couple of months. There's going to be a couple of months of this permeating in those that are a part of the second great awakening. We will see we will our skills, our talents, our gifts will be called upon much more so in 2024. You may get the old one. Don't discount that. So it's really good to get into the habit of actively listening now. But from what I've been getting and the guidance that I've been given is that a lot of this will be occurring much more in 2024. And there are going to be, and I'm going to preempt it, there are going to be some global situations that is going to instigate, that is going to trigger the awakening in these people. And when you actually see that, because if you're on the spiritual path, you can see how the energies are shifting. You can see what's happening within governments, what's happening on a global scale. You can see what's happening. You can feel what's happening with the planet. Sometimes these instigators, these triggers can be manufactured. Sometimes they can be nature instigated. And so don't forget to feel into the land. Let the land also speak to you. Feel the vibrations of the land. Feel what those vibrations are actually representing on an emotional level. I can always feel when the land is content, or when the land is angry, or when the land is just I can't even think of the word, just exasperated with us. You can actually feel it. You can also feel when the land's at peace. So if the land is feeling exasperated, if the land is feeling aggravated, know that that's a very clear sign that there will be some natural incident that will be coming up, and that is occurring to trigger the awakening process within those people that are on the second wave of the Great Awakening. There's a lot in there. There's a lot to unpack. I could sit here and do a video for hours and hours and hours. But that's my information. And I don't say that's my information, you can't have it. I don't mean it from that. It's because that's my truth. Those are my truths. And you have to have the discernment to find what your truths are. How what I'm saying, does it resonate with you? What aspects of it resonates? Leave what doesn't resonate. That's not for you, that's for somebody else. We've all got a unique path. We've all got unique missions that we're doing. And let's be honest, most of us don't know what the big picture looks like because we're being given it in snippets. Can we go up onto the spiritual realm and we can actually see what's going on up there and the changes and the shifts? We had the full moon that's just gone past, and the global outcry of joy on the Sunday following the full moon, on the Saturday, the full moon eclipse, was just so heartwarming. I felt the shift. And then contacts that I have around the globe that do the same work as I do were all in such a joyous, because there was that everybody could feel the shift, the energetic shift. But for everybody, it meant something different. It meant something unique, something personal. It gave them another piece of their puzzle, of their purpose, their mission, what they're here to do. And so they're following that. And it was just so uplifting, especially after the last couple of months, when a lot of us have been experiencing a lot of dark energetic attacks. We are at spiritual war, and I don't say that to frighten people, but this is actually going on. And so a lot of us have had to retreat. A lot of us have had to go into that hermit mode and guard our own energies, not from a place of fear, but from a place of knowing that this is occurring, knowing that somebody is intentionally attacking us because they don't want us to achieve our mission. It doesn't serve them. Darkness cannot exist in light. Think of a room. When you put a lamp on, there is still shadow. When you put the full light on, all that darkness, all that shadow disappears. And for those that are using their free will to live in the shadow, there will be no place for them. There will be no place for them. And is that going to bring up sadness? Is that going to mean that we're going to lose people? Yes, it is. But we also have to stay in the knowledge that they had their free will and they chose. And if you watch Tuesday's video, then I actually asked for people to give out light, push out light. And also for my birthday, give out light, push out light to those people that are in those dark ass energies, that are too hurt, too fearful to get themselves out of it. Give them the unconditional love. Don't invite them into your energetic fields, but give them the unconditional love in the hope that they will feel the strength, feel the fortitude of that love, and are able to push through their own BS and start walking towards higher vibrations, start walking towards actually being a productive member of society that is here to be of service rather than to be here taking. But you will have those that just don't feel they have the energy, the force to do that. And so we are going to lose them. But if you've planted that seed in their higher selves, it gives them a better opportunity that when they reincarnate, they can make different choices. They can bring with them extra energy, unconditional love. It will be planted within them, and that can grow, that can only grow. So whether it's this lifetime, whether it's the next or the next or the next or the next, if you plant that seed as a light worker, it will grow. The changes, the healing will occur. We may not get to see the results in this lifetime, but we will see the results on the spiritual realm. We're already seeing the results on the spiritual realm. That was what our celebration was on Sunday, last Sunday after the full moon, when we felt that shift, when we globally felt that shift. And this is what we're working towards. If you have things within you that you're still not on a solid foundation in those lower three, those physical three chakras, the base, the sacral, the solar plexus, if you're still lacking in confidence, if you're still feeling insecure, if you're still running some fear base, work on those. Use these energies that are coming in on the 1111 portal to release, to transmute, to face those dark aspects within you that are keeping you playing small, that are keeping you from the higher vibrations, that are keeping you from your full potential, that are keeping you from your soul sovereign self. Do the work. Do the work. And while you're doing the work, also hold space, send unconditional love, bring that light down, make a commitment to yourself that you are here to be of service. It doesn't matter what it looks like. You will be guided as to what and how and when you are to do things. When we first start out, most of the things that we're guided to do, like I said before, our purpose is to become our authentic selves, to be happy, to be joyful, to live in abundance. And I'm not talking about money here. Money's nice, yeah, it pays the bills, but there are many forms of abundance. Don't discredit them. Don't get bogged down by the 3D matrix telling you need a new car, you need a big house, you need this, you need that, you need everything. The divine, when you step into service, will provide you with everything you need. All you have to do is trust, but you're not going to be able to trust wholly, completely, sincerely, unless you do the work on those three physical chakras. And there is a lot of work to do, because there is generations, there is ancestral work to do there, to clear, so that you can build a pure and solid foundation for yourself. Do that work. Build that in, not just lip surface. Fake it till you make it is absolutely brilliant to keep your vibrations high and to give you that motivation, but it doesn't actually give you a solid foundation. It still means that something can come into your spectrum, a 3D aspect can come in and it can shake the whole lot. Use fake it till you make it, by all means, to give yourself the momentum to do the work that is actually needed. But don't use fake it as your foundation. Take the time, do the work, love yourself, bring the divine love down, hold it within you, stop giving it away. You can only give, and you should only give from your overflow. When you give your own personal energy away, you are doing yourself a disservice, and you are doing humanity and the planet a disservice. There's a lot going on. There's a lot coming in. There's a lot of changes that we are going to see. Some of them absolutely, most of them actually, I should say, most of them fantastic. Some of them not so much. But we won't give that the focus. We won't give that our energy. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. We know this. If you focus on healing your chakras, it will shift. But if you focus on what, how can I word this? A lot of people can get hung up and be very negative about their healing process. Oh, well, I need to heal this, and oh, I need to heal that, and oh, well, I'm this, and oh, well, I'm that. And they're focusing on the negative aspects. No, when we're talking about healing, what we're talking about is transmuting it. And you transmute it from a higher vibration. You transmute it going, actually, that, yeah, okay, that needs healing within me. That occurred in my life, but I don't need that. That's not part of me. That's not part of who I am as a light being, as a spiritual being, as a vessel of the divine's bidding. I need to work on it. Absolutely, I do. And I will. And it's going to happen. But don't get into the habit. I've seen a lot of people get stuck on their journeys because they keep repeating and keep repeating and keep repeating. They get stuck in the cycle of, oh, of course I needed to heal this. Oh, of course I've got childhood trauma. You're focusing. I've got just that phrase. Yeah, of course there's childhood trauma there that needs healing. What you're actually doing is you're sending the energy and reaffirming the childhood trauma rather than going, yeah, I'm aware that's there and I'm going to heal it. My focus is on the healing. I hope that makes sense. Be very mindful of your wording. Be very mindful of your thoughts. Put your focus on the desired outcome, not on what's happened for you to need that desired outcome. And I think I'll leave it there. If you've liked the video, please press the like button. If you've not yet subscribed, then press the subscribe, share with your friends, and I shall see you on the next one. Have the most wonderful, wonderful time during the portal. Bye-bye.